She's making me laugh early this morning, folks. Early this morning.
Just sort of saying, I'm just repeating what actually happened. What actually happened was kind of funny. It wasn't always funny, but it was kind of funny. Yeah, we may tell you later if you're good.
Good morning.
Good morning, and welcome to Real Talk with Deb and Will. It has been a great week. We've got a lot done, and God's been good and faithful. So we're excited to be back here another Monday. Yes, took last Monday off. Sure did. Debbie had a really big meal prep the Sunday before. Hey, Jim.
And I worked that Saturday, so
yeah,
I was a little tired and needed to rest. So listen to your body. Do what your body tells you. It knows what it needs.
If you need to take a nap, if you need to sleep in, if you can, go ahead and do that. It's okay. So that's what we did last week. But it didn't stop us. It didn't stop us from posting videos though on YouTube. We still posted some videos on YouTube. We still cut a promo commercial that you may have seen. If you are on Facebook a lot, you may have already seen it, or on Instagram. It didn't stop us from doing stuff. We also posted a meal prep video as well. So there's still stuff going on.
And still have one to post from last night.
Yes, even if you don't see stuff happening here every Monday, there's still stuff going on over on YouTube. So if you would subscribe and like and share, that would be great. This morning we're going to finish up I feel like a teacher, our unit on touch.
Well,
that would be weird.
Teaching is in your
I don't
DNA.
know. I don't know.
It's in there. You've been teaching for 30 years.
I've been teaching a long time. I know. I've been teaching for a long time.
It's in his DNA.
It's just kind of how I approach the world. Scary, isn't it? So last week, the last video we talked about hugging. And so how's your 30-day hug? At least one hug a day going on? How's that going on? Because that's really important. Studies have found that men especially get a physical benefit, not the one you're thinking of, you dirty guy, but a physical benefit by lower heart rate and lower blood pressure during hugs. And it
so hug your man, ladies. Keep him from having high blood pressure.
That really helps. And I know that seems kind of self-serving when it comes from a dude. Hug me, it's healthy for me. But it's like a t-shirt. Mm-hmm. Hug me, it's healthy. But it actually is. Science says it is. And I have found that it's good for me too. You can actually relax and your blood pressure goes down and your heart rate goes down. It's actually good for you.
And it's good for you too, ladies.
It's good for you. I ain't talking like we said last time. I ain't talking about no church hug, side to side, sister in the Lord hug. I mean full on mammary hug, mammary against mammary. You know what I'm saying? That kind of hug, because it builds a connection that you can't build really any way else. You can't build that connection any way else. So go ahead and but that's hugging too.
Yes, it is.
That's hugging too. So even if you've not been able to do every day, go ahead and get back on the horse, so to speak. And that's why I said so to speak. When you add those phrases in there, I talk for a living too. But so if you missed a couple of days, that doesn't mean your challenge is over.
I don't know. Is it me or is it you that mine is always in the gutter?
Not mine. It's you. And always and frankly always has been. Yeah.
We've been married 30.
I'm Bobby Brown. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. I ain't got nothing to do with it. She came that way. She just got loose. Got over here and got loose. Woo, goodness. Bobby!
For years we thought Bobby Brown.
We thought Bobby Brown was the problem.
We
found out Bobby Brown was not the problem. Anyway, so your 30-day challenge, get back on your 30-day challenge. If you've missed a few days, it's not over. Go ahead and try to do 30 days in a row. And what you'll find is, and you'll find that I'm right, is that your relationship will be less tense. Everyone will be happier and healthier, and you'll be able to do the other stuff. And I've got 2 more things I want you to. I've got notes.
You never have notes.
I know, because I have it in my brain. I've got it right here, locked in. That's how I was able to write it down.
I'm a note person.
So I was able to write it down because I have it locked in right here. So a couple other things that I want you to try this coming week. I want you, the next time that you go out together, I want you to hold hands. What? Hold hands. You remember how guys? You remember how you had your first girlfriend and holding hands was such a humongous deal. Remember? And your hands were all sweaty and clammy and but yeah, you know what? You just went for it anyway. And what it did for you, that feeling will still happen. You know, like we talked about last time, we talked about, you know, we all want to be the couple that we see in the park that, you know, what, in their 80s, that may be in the twilight of their years. They've been married 65 years and they're still holding hands. Now, they're holding hands for two reasons, really. They're holding hands because they need the physical connection and they need to hold each other up. But you know what? Holding each other physically actually moves to holding each other up emotionally as well. It's that connection that no matter what, no matter how they are struggling through the you know, their existence as older people, that they still have each other.
You got it together.
We'll do this together. We'll walk this dog park together. We'll go down and get groceries together. We'll do this together. And still, so if you have an opportunity, still hold hands. I think that's one of those things that you can do. And guys, you know the best part about it? It doesn't cost you any money. You ain't got to go to a jewelry store. You ain't got to go
Jewelry's not bad.
Jewelry ain't bad, but you ain't got to go to a jewelry store to hold hands. You don't. Or get that big memory hug every morning. You ain't got to go to a jewelry store to do that. And it doesn't take any time. So, because I get so sick of people going, I'm too busy. I don't have time for all. Yes, you do. Stop lying. I get so sick of people saying they don't have time for stuff.
Yes. You make time for what you want to make time for.
And that's exactly the right word. You make time.
You make time.
You just say, I'm going to take this time and I'm going to do that. Mm-hmm. Because you do anything else you want
to do. You do what you want to do.
All the time.
And making the excuse that you don't have time for that is just a way of saying, I don't want to do it.
I don't have time for you. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. You know, I teach saxophone, flute, and clarinet, and I have students all the time who say, I didn't have time to practice. So, and I always go, first of all, jokingly, did you sleep? Yeah.
Did you eat?
Did you have anything to eat? Yeah. Well, I have to sleep and eat. No, not really.
Did you watch TV?
Did you watch any TV?
Did you
play any video games? And eventually they go.
Play on Facebook and Instagram and
you post on
Snapchat.
Yeah. Did you do any of that stuff?
Time.
You had time. You chose to spend your time doing something else. And usually I'm not mad with them. I just bring it to their attention. Mm-hmm. So let them know that it wasn't like they didn't have time. I don't say, oh, well, you didn't have time. I understand. No, you had plenty of time. You just chose to do something else.
And don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with Facebook and Instagram and all that stuff, because you have people on the other wire that say they don't have time for that. But, you know, because I'm too busy. I don't have time for Facebook.
I don't have time to watch TV. And you go, so you spend all that time reading the Bible. Good. You're deep in intercessory prayer and reading the Bible when you're not outside working. That's awesome. I wish I could be you.
Yeah.
and you know they lying.
I don't watch TV.
Oh, really?
People say that. They say, I don't have time for Facebook. I don't have time for that Instagram, whatever that is, and all this and other. But I just
don't
wonder.
You wonder what the hell are you doing?
Yes.
In 2019, what are you doing? Are you reading books? Are you reading the great novels? Did you read The Great Gatsby this weekend? What? Okay. And if you did all that, cool. But I don't think you did. I think you're lying.
Because there's just, if you did separate your time and put your time, I'm going to do this today and this and this and this, and you're organized with everything. Well, especially on the weekend, I can see people, if they have kids, if you have kids, you probably don't have time. If you got some, kid anywhere from a year to what, 9, 10 or something like that, you're always active, always doing something. They want to go somewhere. They want to do this. And I could understand that. But people that are single and they work, they work and stuff, but what do you do if you're single and you don't really, I don't see you going to movies or doing other activities and stuff like that with friends or anything. Why don't you have time?
Well, because they're home reading the Bible and they are deep in intercessory prayer.
I do intercessory prayer, and I read my Bible.
Y'all ain't doing none of that. Y'all lying about not watching TV. Y'all lying about not being on the internet because y'all just lurkers. Because those are the lurkers.
Yeah, those are the people who never like anything. They never comment. They never do anything, but they know everything that's going on. I saw you did blah 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 blah, but you don't have time for Facebook.
I think there's people who just like to be and there are people who just like to be contrary.
Yeah.
They just enjoy being on the other side of everything.
And everything that's modern is bad.
Everything new is bad. Except it isn't. Anyway, back to
the subject.
Touching. Here's something that I want you guys to really focus on this weekend. When you don't have time for stuff, is full-fledged flirting. Okay, you like how I put that? All that alliteration, full-fledged flirting. Now, what that means is that flirting is that it's touching, and maybe touching. You know what I'm saying? That you may not do it, that you probably won't do in public, which is fine, but you can do around the house, because I think it's important. I think as a man of a certain age, according to Wendy, I'm 58, that we all get sort of as we age, and I wrote this down. Yeah, at a particular age, wrote this down. Sometimes we start feeling a little self-conscious as time passes. Gravity, age, childbirth, inactivity, all sort of take their toll on our physical body. Mm-hmm. Things weren't where they used to be. You have to aim your gaze down a little further to find out where they are now.
Because they're hiding.
And sometimes they're hiding.
But you can find them.
But you have to want to find them, and that's what I'm talking about. So sometimes we don't, we sort of back away from touching. We have to sort of back away from that sort of full-fledged flirting, because people start to feel self-conscious about this or that. People start getting dressed behind closed doors.
Especially women. Women tend to feel self-conscious about their bodies, and after 3 or 4 kids, and
yeah, your tummy may be sagging a little bit. It might be,
but he still loves that tummy.
Let me tell you, that's exactly right. Let me tell you a secret. Your husband, yeah,
he still loves those stretch marks that gave him those kids,
and he is still physically attracted to the woman that he married, fell in love with. Still. So,
even though you may feel a little grossed out when you look at it, they still like it.
They like it. We still like it. We still like it. And that's the truth.
But you really shouldn't get grossed out, because that's something that I have learned to love my body at any size now. And as you love your body, you will take better care of it.
Well, and the deal is your body is going to, over the course of your life, change anyway. So this Fifth Avenue nonsensical thing that you're going to have the same body as you did when you were 22 years old. That's just That's just ridiculousness.
But some people on TV have it.
Yeah, I know, but they don't really. They don't.
Some people on TV, they're 55 and they look like they're 35.
Yeah, no, not really. Not really. Yeah, they get offset and they start ripping off all those prostheses and face stuff and all the fillers start to wear out. They look like the Crypt Keeper.
They look good on TV.
Yeah, only during the show. I mean, this whole idea that people will actually get cement implanted into their rear end to have a nice rear end. A little sick.
That's a little sick.
A little sick. When frankly,
well, Kim Kardashian got hips.
Yeah, she paid for it, and that's fine. They belong to her. And even when she stops doing that, I don't know. I'm guessing Kanye will probably still be around if they haven't turned him into a woman. By then,
every man that touches those ladies
goes crazy, lose their damn
mind. Don't mess with the Kardashians.
Yeah, women. Yeah, they're all aliens. They're all the women from Venus somewhere, aliens sent here to destroy all of manhood.
Especially black men.
Oh my God! And if you play basketball, you are done. Even if you're white, you are done. So. This is a side note. So, but the idea is that we have to go ahead.
Good morning, LaRonda.
And full-fledged flirt. Full-fledged flirt.
Yes.
Like you did when you were 22 or 23 or 24. I'm going to challenge you to that because what you're going to find is that, again, your relationship will improve. Your health will improve. And it'll
and you get to live with them for a longer period of time.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I hope that's a good thing, right?
I hope you're not trying to knock each other off.
Oh, if it's like, yeah, sign this. What? It's an insurance policy. Just sign it.
And eat this piece of chicken.
I bought some chicken for you. Where'd you get it? The greasiest place I could find in town. Just like you like it.
I jokingly said to my husband last week that, are you going to let a piece of fried chicken let you miss another 2 years of life with your family? And what did you say?
I said, well, where'd you get the chicken from?
Depends on where the chicken is from.
Well, you know, we can do that now. We can do that now. But again, full-fledged flirting, I think is a really good idea now. What I found through analytics, that doing this every week on your Facebook page, there's probably a lot more women who watch than men.
Definitely.
In the first place. So, ladies, you may have to initiate this thing. Even if you're not used to initiating this thing, you might have to initiate this thing. What I'm hoping for you is that your husband or your significant other will go along. My guess is that he will. He's going to wonder, going to be a little shocked if it's new. You start grabbing his butt, which I suggest you do. I just do. I'm just going to say it.
Grab his butt.
Grab his butt.
It may shock him.
Yeah, but I think he's going to be okay. I think it's going to be
smack him on the butt.
I think it's going to be okay. I think it's going to work out for. I think it's going to work out for you. I think that bit of playfulness is something that as we age and we get older and our marriage gets more settled, which are all good things, the playfulness disappears.
I remember my grandparents. Your light went off.
Yeah, I know it better.
My grandparents playing with each other. We used to go and spend the summers with them, and I remember him chasing her around the living room, and she's like, I'm like, these people are old.
But you know what, though? When you say those people are old, you have to go back in the calendar and go, well, maybe they weren't
old. Maybe they were.
Because we always think of everybody older than us when we're little kids as being 90. Mm-hmm. And they weren't 90.
They were in their early 60s or so.
Yeah, probably.
Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking, they don't have sex anymore.
Except they do.
Except they do.
Except they do.
So,
except in the summer
you're never too old.
Except in the summer when y'all would come down there and bother them.
That's true.
Oh, are they coming again? They come every summer. Grandpa called it the summer drought. So anyway, no, go ahead and do that and bring some of the playfulness back in your relationship because it's going to be good for your relationship and you're both going to live longer and the time that you have will be more fun.
Yes.
Because if you can't have fun with your life partner, then who are you having fun with?
Yeah, he should be your best friend, or she should be your.
You should have a person that you have fun with. You shouldn't have to go somewhere else to have fun. Well, I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna go over and meet with the girls and have some fun. We're gonna go shopping.
And having girlfriends and guy friends that you hang out with
shouldn't be your prime, but shouldn't be your primary thing. All right, drive safely, Bear. Okay. That shouldn't be your primary fun. Your spouse should be your primary fun. And don't think that there's any double entendres going on here or euphemisms. I'm not just talking about sexual fun, and that should be too, but just fun. If you can't laugh, if you can't make each other laugh, if you can't enjoy a laugh together, and again, science says laughing is good for you. It releases endorphins. It lowers blood pressure. It lowers heart rate. Laughing is actually good for you. So your home should be. I think and again, this is off my notes. I think your home should be a couple of things. Your home should be a place of sanctuary. It should be a place of prayer. It should be a place of a place of comfort, and it also should be a place of laughter.
And chasing each other up and down the halls.
Yeah. Stop running so fast. That ain't funny. Enjoy one another. Really, that's what we're saying. I'm just saying, enjoy one another. And if I can get you to touch one another every now and again, I think that you'll enjoy each other more. And I think that's really the point of these two videos is that if I can get you to touch one another, get back to touching one another. If you can get back to the days where you couldn't keep your hands off each other. You remember that? Remember that we all just couldn't keep your hands off each other?
When on your honeymoon, you don't come out the room.
Yeah, it's funny. You go to a really nice place, but you never see it. It looks nice from the hotel room. Did you go do anything? Well, I ain't go do nothing.
I did something.
But I ain't go do nothing. Yeah, spend time. Spend touch, laugh, enjoy one another again, because that's really going to... People ask what the secret is, and there's a bunch of secrets, I guess. But one of them is that people still enjoy each other. And when you talk to people who have been married, 40 plus years, when I was at the restaurant Friday getting food, there was a gentleman who said that he was telling the people who worked there that he and his wife had been married 40 years.
Wow.
And I was like, and I made a point. This guy was a complete stranger, and I heard him say that, and I congratulated him on the way out, and I said, my wife and I have been married 31 years. And he said to me, you guys are still youngsters. and he said something encouraging. He said, and it gets better.
Something to look forward to.
Something to look forward to. So, you know what? That's it. That's all I got. Now go out and do what I told you to do, because that's what's really important. Go out and do what I told you to do. You can sit here and enjoy this and laugh with us, and that's awesome. But you need to go ahead and put this kind of these things into practice. Mm-hmm. Because that way, then you will know that we know what we're talking about. We don't know everything yet.
We are growing still.
And I'm not perfect yet.
We're not perfect Do we fight? Yes. Do we have times when we don't want to touch each other? Yes.
That happens.
But all in all, it has been a great 31 years.
I'm not sure what that is. It's my son out there. Oh, he's starting his car. Good. So go ahead and do this, and do something else for us. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. The subscriptions are up over the past couple of months, and we appreciate.
It's like 60.
And we appreciate that. For those of us who are here on YouTube, we really appreciate it. Our first goal milestone is 100. We're at 61 right now. 61. Y'all can check. It's down there. If you're on your PC, it's down there. If you're on your TV, you can't find it.
No.
They hide it. They put, it's right here. Oh, they moved it. But go ahead and subscribe, like, share, and we appreciate it. We appreciate everyone who spends time on Mondays popping in and throwing a thumbs up.
And
we appreciate
supporting
that.
us.
We appreciate that.
We thank you for your support. But like, comment, subscribe to our channel. Next week, we're going to talk about children and who should have them.
Should everybody have kids? Should you have kids because that's what you're supposed to do?
Because it's biblical. Should
Or
you have kids because everybody else is having them?
should you have kids?
Should you have kids to keep your boyfriend or spouse?
Yeah, a lot of people do that. Maybe too many people do that, but we'll talk about that next week when we see it. So until we see you again, go out there and learn something, love somebody, and for goodness sakes, y'all take care of yourself. We will see you when we see you. Bye-bye now.
Yeah.
Peace.